Hey there, Chelsea here, MonarchAlley. I am a vintage lover, thrifter, and part-time reseller, and today I am so excited because I have another vintage thrift haul that I'm doing in collaboration with Tanya, Volver Vintage. Her YouTube channel is a lot of fun to follow because she really focuses on vintage clothing and items which I just adore. We decided that because she is doing Vlogmas, which is a daily video December 1st through the 25th, that we could do one of those videos together. So here I am. I don't have the capability to do Vlogmas a video every day, but I am excited to be pushing out some more videos this month just for funsies. So the premise of our collaboration is pretty simple. We both love vintage items, and we talked about, tis the season. We're finding a lot of cool vintage Christmas items to show off 5 listings or 5 items that we are selling in our closets and in our eBay stores that is Christmas decor. I'd love to add that Tanya and I are both a part of Becky Park on Poshmark's YouTube mentorship group. So that's kind of how we met, and we did some $50 thrift challenge videos just recently. So if you haven't seen those yet, they're really fun. We all went to the thrift shop, spent $50, and then we were trying to see who could make the best profit. I won't spoil it for you, but I'm going to spoil it for you. I did not win, and I was super competitive about it. But today's video is not a challenge. It is just for fun, seeing what kind of Christmas treasures we could find. So today, actually, we were thrifting for like home decor, but I found this really cool Ralph Lauren PJ top. I don't know if you can see like the monogram here. And I had to wear it because it feels so Christmassy to wear this PJ top for this sort of video. Also behind me is another thing I found on that same thrift trip, which is this epic men's sweater, kind of Coogie style or Coogie style. I don't know how to say it, but yes, I am so excited to be listing that. So let's jump into what we found. I'm going to show off 5 items today, so it should be pretty short and sweet, but I am excited because once again, I love vintage Christmas items. So I saw this box. I don't know if you can see it very well. I saw this box with little teddy bears, and my mind like instantly went to some ornaments that I had had as a child. In fact, I might still have 1 or 2 of them. And in this box, firstly, it's so cool to have the box. In this box are these little ceramic or porcelain bears with little knitted Santa hats. Isn't that cute? Oh my goodness, I love them. And they're all doing kind of a different motion, or they're in a different pose, I guess I should say. So here's another one. He's waving at you. Sorry, I can't really tell if this is focusing, so I'm going to do the hand thing. But oh my goodness. So there are 4 of these bears, and I won't get the other 2 out because they're really kind of tucked away in there, but I only spent $2 on this box of ornaments, and I am going to list it. As tempted as I am to keep it, I will not. I am going to list it. I think it'll be about $10 or $15. So it's not one of those huge flips, but it's something I'm really excited to list. And I always have the most fun listing those. And I feel like they do better because I kind of put a little bit more heart into the description and keywords. Next is an item that will be truly difficult to sell because I don't know. I love this sort of decoration. You see what I'm holding here? This is a door hanger that says Noel, and it's that plastic with yarn. I don't know if you call this like crocheting necessarily, but yeah, this is very 80s. I don't know, maybe 80s, 90s? Could it be 70s? How many decades are we going to span here? But I think back of when I was a kid, what we had in the 90s, and definitely we had stuff like this, and I love it. I cherish it. I feel like my grandma made us some things like this too, and so I just think it's adorable. So yeah, I got this for $2 at the thrift store, and I think I could sell it for about 10 or so because it's not anything too hard to find, but it is kind of the sweet nostalgic item. And settle the debate for me. What is this called? Is it knitted? Is it like, what is it? It's like on a plastic thing. I've talked about these before because I sold some coasters that were this style as well that had owls on them. And yeah, I still don't exactly remember what to call it. Next, I have a ceramic candy dish. So this is the shape of a bell, and it has this really pretty like poinsettia, like holly berry image on the front. And yeah, it's kind of this iridescent glaze on it, which is pretty neat. And you just open it up. It's a candy dish. It's pretty simple. This reminds me a lot of one my mom always puts out that's a Christmas tree shape, and it has the green and red M&Ms. And so anytime we see that candy dish, we always take a peek and see if there are M&Ms in there yet. So yeah, I got this for $2.99 at the thrift shop. There are some initials in the back, but I think it's just the sort of thing that someone made at, maybe like an art class or a ceramic shop. And so the initials say LB on the back there. And it's in pretty good condition, although there is like the tiny tiniest little chip here that it's probably not focusing on, but the tiniest little chip. So I'll have to note that in my listing. But again, I expect to get maybe 10 or 15 for an item like this. I haven't really looked up all the comps yet, but I'm really excited to be, I don't know, putting these really cool items in new loving homes. That's what it's all about for me. This next item I jumped on because it was a huge basket full of like ceramic figures, and I thought, well, maybe there's some Department 56 in there or another good brand, and it was priced at $4.99. So I thought for a basket full of ceramic things that they usually price individually at $3 or $4, might as well grab it and see what we can do with it. So let's see what's in this basket. All right, the first item that I pull out of the basket is this poor person that their car is stuck in the snow, and it's that's a classic Midwest situation. I'm in Central Illinois, and yeah, we encounter this a lot, but there's no markings beyond Made in China on the bottom. So I'm not sure what brand it is or anything, but I think typically for something like this, I could get maybe $5 to $10. And this is great in Christmas villages or just for some decor that you set around your house. And there are 3 structures in this basket as well. So these are vintage ceramic houses. This is actually a church, it looks like. And it's really pretty. I'm kind of giving it a spin. I'm not seeing any flaws on it at all, which is great. On the bottom, it says Made in China, and then it says May 1997, but no markings of a brand name. So I'm not exactly sure, you know, what brand this is, but perhaps I could do like a Google image search or something and see what we're working with. For each of the houses, if they don't have any kind of specific brand name, I would anticipate getting $10 or so for them. But that's actually a pretty good profit considering I paid $5 for the basket, and there are 4 structures and then a few little figures as well. Okay, the next structure also on the bottom says May 1997 and Made in China, but no additional markings. It looks like it's a, I don't know, just a house, a really nice looking house or a city building. Probably a house, but it has this kind of enclosed front porch thing going on. There's some cool features there. I bet these look beautiful when lit up. You know, when I list them, because they don't have a cord with a light, I may consider putting some like string lights that are battery operated, you know, the kind that you can get at the dollar store or something. I might put something in there to help it glow because I think that'll really sell it. The only flaw I'm noticing on this one is that the camera won't pick it up, but in the snow here, there's like a crack, but it looks like it's just on like the snow and it shouldn't affect the structure of the building. So yeah, I think that's pretty good. Maybe $5 to $10 for this because of the flaw. All right, the last building in the basket is this gas and grocery store. So this is pretty cute and endearing. It has some stickers that were kind of, I don't know, haphazardly put on there that says Cascade Gas and Grocery. And then on the side, there's like a little sign to me that says Christmas trees. But yeah, I'm not seeing any flaws on this structure. Again, on the bottom, May 1997, Made in China. So these buildings must have been maybe a part of a set or something, and they're all vintage because they are from the 90s, and apparently that's vintage now, friends. When I think of vintage, I think of 50s and 60s, but we're past that now, aren't we? Okay, I've got another little figure to show you. This one is a little bit different from the others in style. It's a little bit smaller, a little bit more intricate and detailed. It is a really intense horse drawn carriage, and it looks like there's some Christmas trees in the back there and a little boy and a doggy. It says Made in China, but no other markings. So I don't know. I think there are like maybe 5 smaller figures. I might just lot them all up together and sell them together, as opposed to trying to list this individually and hope that some buyer is looking for this very specific item. Sometimes it's better just to move stuff, right? So the last 3 figures are what I was hoping for. They are Department 56. Now these are pretty small, so there's nothing too crazy about them. I doubt they're highly valuable, but if you're unaware, Department 56 is a great brand for Christmas houses and ceramic figures and whatnot. It's very collectible and something that people look out for. But for me, I think it's always best to get it if the price is right. I don't want to spend a lot of money on Department 56 because there are a lot of pieces out there on the market. But anyway, this was a part of a $5 basket and I'm excited about it. So we've got someone building a snowman, a little puppy watching on, and someone on a sled and a little puppy running along. There's a theme here. There are a lot of puppies in these. And then some more friends on a sled going down. Sorry, I hope that you can see this. And then on the bottom, it's going to be hard for my camera to pick it up, but it does say Department 56. It's usually like kind of imprinted into the bottom there. And then there's little text that says HV series, Department 56, Taiwan. So anyway, if you're looking out for it, that's kind of what to look for on the bottom. Usually kind of a stamped Department 56 on the bottom, and then some little black text that will say more details. So in all, for that basket of figures, I think I could sell it in total for about $40. So that's a pretty good flip to spend $5 and potentially make $40. After the fees and stuff, it would be less. But yeah, I think that's pretty good. So I don't know about you, but for me growing up, my grandma and my great-grandma, where we would go and visit for Christmas, they had always had the classic ceramic Christmas trees that had the little plastic bits in them, and when it lit up, it was magic, right? So that's something that is near and dear to my heart, so very special, and I always get excited when I can find something in that realm. So my last item is probably the one I'm most excited about because I just cherish it so much. It's going to be difficult for me to sell it, but I do think that I'm going to pass it on to a loving home. We have this Christmas wreath with a sleeping mouse. Oh my God. It's killing me, or it's killing me. I looked this up, and I do think it's a specific mold, and it looks like people could, again, like go to a ceramic shop and paint these how they wanted, because when I look up comps, I see the mouse painted in a number of different ways. So that's kind of cool, kind of crafty. The only problem here is that we are missing some of the little red gems or beads. They're like these tiny little plastic pins, basically, that go into all of these spots. And so there are a few missing. And so I'm considering one of two options: just list it as it is and say, hey, there's some missing, or to pull some perhaps from the back to make sure that the front is completely filled up. So I don't know what I'm gonna do here, but it is so sweet and endearing. And I love it so much. It's like hefty, it's a good size too. Comps for this item go for about the $30 to $50 range. So that's pretty special. Again, I don't know if it matters if it has the light that goes into it, which I don't have, or if all of these little gems are there, but I'll continue to look up comps and figure out exactly how I'm going to list it and what I'm going to list it for. But I just was so excited. Like, I snatched this right up when I saw it at the thrift shop because it's just perfect. This is vintage Christmas, right? This is kind of what I think of anyway. Apparently I took the price tag off, but I think I bought this for $3 or $4 at the thrift shop. So I'm really happy with that. So those are the 5 items that I chose to show off today. I actually went out and thrifted specifically for this video because I have a number of other great vintage Christmas items listed right now, but I already did a haul of all of them. So if you're interested in that, I have a link in the description for more vintage goodies that I just listed in the last 3 weeks or so, and there are some good ones. I want to thank Tanya so much for including me in this little vintage Christmas collaboration. It's so fun. Again, make sure you check out her channel because she does such a great job of finding unique vintage items, especially clothing to sell. And every time I watch her channel, I either learn a new item to be on the lookout for, or I find a piece that I want to snatch up from her closet. So be sure to check out her channel. I'll have her linked in the description below as well. And please consider giving this video a like and subscribing for more awesome reselling goodies. All right, I'll see you in the next one. Bye.